Hello everybody, this is Donna with dddivadesigns.blogspot.com. Hey, a couple of weeks ago actually I showed you a thrift store haul where I picked up this wooden box. And I think I paid $1.99, I'm sorry, 91 cents for it. So less than $2 for it. And I thought it was kind of cool because it reminded me of the wonderful Tim Holtz Compartment series that he recently came out with. So I wanted to try my hand at it just to see how I can get creative with the different compartments here. So this is my version of the of this particular piece. Nothing fancy dancy about it, but I will tell you that this is completely solid wood. Again, I paid like less than $2 for it. And I wanted to kind of sort of give it because I'm going to probably display it in my scrapbook room, and I wanted to give it kind of so like a scrapbook create art type of theme to it. So that's what I think I did with this. So I hope you enjoy it. So initially, this whole thing came. It looked like I think it was a pine color. So initially, what I did to make sure the colors stuck to it, I painted it all in gesso. And then I used some plain chocolate colored acrylic paint, and I painted the entire thing with some chocolate colored paint. And then what I ended up doing to glam it up a little bit, I used some chocolate covered cherries. This is all Glimmer Mist. I used some chocolate covered cherries and some red velvet to bring out the wood tones in it. And I'm not sure if you can see it or not. I hope you can. And then when I finished all of that and let it dry, I used some Glimmer Glam in the Hayride. So all that sparkly goodness that you see is from that Glimmer Glam, which I kind of sort of like. I hope you can see it. Sorry about that glare. Alright, so it has kind of sort of like an artsy type of feel to it. Alright, so I'll show you all the different components in a minute, but let me tell you a little bit about this hardware that I have here. This is actually some hardware. Let me just zoom in just a little bit. Hold on a second. Alright, see the hardware? I actually got this stuff from these hardware from the thrift store. And I think it came like 12 in a bag. And I have one on the top here too. But I think I got 12 in a bag for like 90 cents. And so when I saw that price and saw them, I said, wow, I can probably use that on some future projects. So I decided to grab them. And it's almost like that IKEA commercial, you know, where the lady goes in the store and she thinks she's got a great price, think they made a mistake. And I'm like, start the car. Because I don't think they realize how they price stuff sometimes. But shh, let's just keep that on a down low. Because we crafters know that we can easily turn some trash to treasure, that's for sure. So I grabbed those, about 12 of them, and I have like, what, 10 left. So I'll probably be using those in a bunch of projects. I didn't do anything to it. It came just like that. I didn't do anything to it, and it's kind of like, it's got kind of like a coppery hue to it. And I was going to try to buff it up and then put some alcohol ink on it to change the color a little bit, to grunge it up a little bit more, but didn't have to do anything. So I just left it as is. Didn't do too much to it at all. So again, with the theme that I was going with this particular compartment case, I wanted to kind of just express my art and my love for scrapbooking and creating. So I use 90% of the products that I used here come from Tim Holtz, and a lot of these items I'm sure you guys recognize. The ornate plate, this stamp here, this stamp here. Here's the rosette die down here. I'm sure you guys recognize that. Of course, I'm a Tim Holtz fanatic. Anything that he puts out, I kind of sort of scoop it up. So I'll try to show you each compartment. So this one here, I know you guys have seen that stamp with the umbrella guy. I call him the umbrella guy. Didn't do too much to it, just cut it out, and I used some pop dots to pop them up a little bit to give it some dimension. This scrapbook ticket right here I got from a scrapbook convention, I believe, and all I did was use some, I forget the color of the distressing ink that I used, but it says scrapbook, and all I did was just adhere that to my umbrella man. And I'll talk about this flower. This is just a Prima flower that came this color, and I just stuck a brad here that has my initial D. And in this compartment right here, of course, you guys know this ornate plate. And all I did was I distressed it a little bit, and then I added some, I think some iridescent gold Glimmer Mist. Hope you can see that yummy color. And in this compartment right here, I just took some chipboard letters that spell out the word art. Hope you can see that. And I stuck up clear button right there to bling it up a little bit course, the background is that Tim Holtz paper. Hope you can see that. Sorry for this lighting. And then on this compartment at the bottom, I used the rosette die. I cut it in half actually, because at first I had it whole and it was taking up too much room, and I wanted to put another saying down there, so I cut it in half. I stuck a button there, and I put some, I think some stickles on it. And then I used the punch to punch out this ticket here. I'm sure you guys have seen that ticket before. And it says enjoy the journey. And I think I used turquoise and Wheatfield's Glimmer Mist. Alrighty. And here's another Tim Holtz quote from his stamps. Talks about imagination and discovering and creating, which I totally love that quote. And here's one that says handmade by. That's from Tim Holtz, I believe, as well, from Stampers Anonymous. And this Carpe Diem, actually, I think I got from a scrapbook convention, just a bunch of stuff I grabbed, and I think it was $1. Seize the day. So that is pretty much it. I thought it turned out pretty cute. So I'm probably going to stick this, let me just zoom out a little bit. I'm probably going to stick this in my craft room and just have it displayed. And then I think once I start collecting stuff like little knickknacks and things that remind me of creating and art, and I would love to get a miniature pair of scissors to stick down in here somewhere. And so I'll add stuff to the shelves, because the shelves are pretty deep, as you can see. So anyway, definitely check out your thrift store, guys. I tell you, because sometimes when you hunt and you just run across the most neatest things in terms of things that we can create and put in our stash. So I totally love the way this turned out. Totally love Tim Holtz, and I'm absolutely going to buy those compartments. I'm just saving up some money to get those, as well as a few Copics. So I just want to watch my pennies between now and the end of the year. So if you can find stuff that's really inexpensive, and you can turn it into some art. And I thought that's what I did with this one. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for checking it out. I really appreciate it. Excuse me. I thought it turned out pretty neat. I'm going to display this in my craft room and enjoy it for many years to come. And hopefully when I get stuff, I can add to these wonderful shelves here. And just watch it collect the things that I love. Alrighty, well, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Smooches!